Good morning, second period. Today we're taking a look at pages 83 and 84 in your workbook. So get your workbook, a piece of paper, and a pencil. Make sure you take notes as I go through each problem. Okay, we're on question number 8. It takes Evan 6 3/4 hours to mow 3 lawns. It takes him 2 1/3 hours to mow Mr. Guy's lawn and 1 3/4 hours to mow Mrs. Lee's lawn. How many hours does it take Evan to mow the third lawn? So you're going to do this one of two ways. You could add 2 1/3 plus 1 3/4 using common denominators, and then take that answer and subtract it from 6 3/4 to get your answer. Or you could subtract this 6 3/4 minus 2 1/3 and then take that answer and subtract 1 3/4. So you can do it either way. You can add these two together first and then subtract it from 6 3/4, or you can just subtract twice. Either way will give you the same answer. Make sure you make common denominators. Common denominator on this one would be 12. So change these all to twelfths before you start. Question number 9. Jessie surveyed 3/4 of the students at her school. Of those surveyed, 2/3 participated in a school club or sports team. What fraction of the students surveyed participate in a school club or sports team? Remember, of means multiply, so you're going to be multiplying 3/4 times 2/3. To show it with a picture, it says draw a rectangular array with 3 rows and blank columns. So on this one, you're going to draw 3 rows, so going horizontally, 3 rows, and then 4 columns. The reason why is because of this fraction. We have 3/4, so we're going to have 3 rows with 4 columns. And I'm going to help you with A and B because we didn't spend a lot of time on this, coloring these in. For B, you're going to shade 2 rows gray and 6 black. And then 9C, you're going to do on your own. So you're going to take 3/4 times 2/3. Make sure that you cross cancel if possible. And then reduce. Question number 11. Write 17,000 and 106 thousandths in standard form. Remember, when you have the word and, that's where your decimal goes. So to the left of the decimal, you're going to have 17,000. Then you're going to put the decimal and then you're going to write 106 thousandths. Your decimal should end in the thousandths place. So there should be 3 decimal places behind the decimal. Go ahead and do 8 through 11 before you go to the next part of the video. Go ahead and pause it. Okay. Question number 11. It took Mary Lou 5/8 hours to write a report for English class. It took Heather 9/10 as much time to write her report. So that as much time, you're going to be multiplying. So multiply 5/6 times 9/10. Make sure that you cross cancel if possible and reduce. So then you should have 2 times that you can look at to answer the questions. Question A, did Mary Lou and Heather take the same amount of time to write their reports? Yes or no? And then for part B, did Mary Lou spend more time writing her report than Heather? Question number 12. 4 friends share 3 apples equally. Think about what share means. Share means to divide. So you're going to take 4 divided by 3. And make sure you write your answer as a mixed number. So you got to reduce it by dividing. Question number 13. Look at that figure, count the sides, count the angles. Notice there's one line marking each side. That means that they are all equivalent. They are all congruent sides and congruent angles. So what shape is it? Question number 14. Rich earns $35 per week. Remember, per means multiply. Which expression can be used to show how much money he earns in 8 weeks? So we're taking 35 times 8. Remember, we can use the distributive property to break up 35 into 30 plus 5, and you're going to be multiplying each part times 8. So which of these is the correct way to write this using the distributive property? And there's only one correct answer. Once you've solved all the problems, you may continue with the video. Okay, let's look at question number 8 and see how you did. On question number 8, when you make common denominators of twelfths, I took 6 minus 2 is 4, 9 minus 4 is 5, so I had 4 and 5 twelfths, minus 1 and 9 twelfths, but I don't have enough twelfths here, so I have to regroup. So cross out the 4, make it a 3, add these two together, and you get 3 and 17 twelfths, minus 1 and 9 twelfths. So 3 minus 1 is 2, 17 minus 9 is 8. I can divide both of these by 2. Actually, I can divide both of these by 4 to reduce it. 8 divided by 4 is 2. 12 divided by 4 is 3. So my answer is 2 2/3. For 9A, you have 4 columns. For B, we shaded 2 gray and 6 black. And then for C, the answer is 1/2. Because if you look at the multiplying up here, after I cross cancel my 3's, I can also cross cancel by dividing by 2. And so when I multiply, I get 1/2. For number 10, 17,000, and is my decimal point, 106 thousandths. Notice the thousandths place is the third number behind the decimal. On question number 11, Mary worked 5/6. Heather worked, let me get my paper so that I can read it off the paper. 9/10. So I'm multiplying 5/6 times 9/10. So then I cross canceled. I divided by 3. I got 3. I divided by 3. I got 2. I divided by 5. I got 1. I divided by 5. I got 2. Then I multiplied straight across, and I got 3 over 4, which is the same thing as 9 over 12. And Mary, I changed it to twelfths, and hers is 10 over 12. The reason I changed it to twelfths was so that I'd have common denominators so that I could compare which one is bigger. So A, no, they did not work the same amount of time. And B, yes, Mary did work longer than Heather because 10/12 is bigger than 9/12. Okay, let's look at number 12. On number 12, we have 4 divided by 3, so 4 over 3. Divide goes in one time with 1 left over. Remainder over divisor becomes 1 1/3. On question number 5, we have 5 sides that are all equal. Because they're all equal, it makes it a regular pentagon. And then for question number 6, I can break apart 35 into 30 plus 5. That's why I have a plus sign here, because it's 30 plus 5. And I'm multiplying each of those by 8. So 30 times 8 plus 5 times 8, using the distributive property. So B was the correct answer. If you have any questions, and this is number 14, not number 15, sorry. If you have any questions, please email me. Have a great day.